So thank you so much for tuning in to another In Conversation podcast. I'm with the brilliant, awesome entrepreneur, Miss Chakiell Nicole, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
This is an awesome woman who is taking control of her own future, her own life. She's, just worked for other people in the corporate realm and all of that for so long, but she has entrepreneurship really in her system, and she's found multiple things to help her express that and to be the boss that she wants to be for her own life. So she has this awesome candle business.
Yes.
Yeah. And so we're going to learn more about this candle business. I met you on the Shine Your Light podcast with Lachelle Hooks.
Yes, Lachelle. Hey, Lachelle.
Hey, Lachelle. One of the dope things about that encounter was she said it, like when she was in the room, she said, these gonna be some forever connections, and it's starting to look like she done prophesied.
Yes, she was right. So far, so good.
Shout out to other people who were in the room.
Yes.
Sheeza Vibe was in the room.
Hey, Sheeza.
Kenda Qualman was there.
Hey, Kenda.
And now all of us are just working together on so many different levels.
Yes.
And another thing I want to say thank you to Lachelle for is she purchased one of Chakiell's candles for me and gave it to me. So I feel so special. And it's the good guy candle.
Good guy, yes.
Yeah, we went around the room smelling them, and it just, oh my God, it just really smelled really great. There's one, the handyman.
Yes.
That really smells like, it's a good smell. I don't know what you think of when you think of a construction worker or a handy guy, but you smell it and it just feels like that. The good guy is a really great smell, and I'm glad she bought me that candle. So thank you, Lachelle, and thank you, Chakiell.
You're welcome.
For doing this thing. Now, so you're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And you sell candles. Mm-hmm. Now, before you really got into entrepreneurship, what were some of the things that you were doing professionally?
For the last 10 years, have been a bookkeeper for a nonprofit organization for food bank here in the city. Yes.
So you got that experience.
I do. Yes.
And do you love that work?
I do. I love it in terms of the organization that I work for.
Okay.
Of course, anytime you can be a part of helping serve your community, it's a no-brainer for me anyway. Yeah.
So you've done that for about 10 years.
Yes.
And of course, you've done so many things probably before that as well.
Yeah.
But now you're in this place where it's like, I got to be my own boss. I got to do the things that's really in me to do. So when did that start for you? When did the idea of being an entrepreneur and a business owner really start for you?
In middle school, actually. 8th grade. I think it was a guidance counselor that signed me up for this program, Junior Achievement. It was like a summer camp. My whole purpose of going to her initially was to get a summer job. Acquiring that summer job, we had to partake in a program. So basically the setup was, as the students, we would run our own business during the day.
Yeah.
Or for the first 4 hours of the day, and the remaining 3 or 4 hours we will work. And they literally took us over to the bank. We opened up business accounts. Like my name was on the account, everything. I'm 8th grade,
right. So they've really giving y'all like the whole, like a major impactful experience.
Yes.
And I wish I kind of had that. Like our idea with the people that I kind of grew up around, entrepreneurship, we really didn't understand entrepreneurship, but we was definitely trying to make some money. So we was coming to school selling candy and the Kool-Aid packs, putting the sugar in
exactly.
All of that. And so, that's how you knew who the hustlers were going to be, and not in a negative context, but just they were going to always be the type of people that's going to get money and
make some money.
So my mama wasn't cool with us taking like her Kool-Aid packs. So we couldn't do that. And maybe it would have been different if she would have got some, like, give me my percentage, whatever. But so it's amazing that you had that experience. So are you saying that is what kind of excited you or even introduced you to the idea of entrepreneur?
My uncle, my dad's brother, he sold donuts. So his donuts would be in like the local stores in the neighborhood.
What?
Like, yes, the gas stations and things like that. And my mom and dad, they would make these giant chocolate chip cookies that my uncle liked, and he asked them to make the cookies for for the stocking in the stores. And so that's how it started. And I remember even then, like, helping pack cookies and sealing them and things like that. And I was like 6-7 years old at the time.
Really?
Yes. I remember that. So I guess it did start before middle school.
Sometimes we had those experiences and we don't even know yet that it's cultivating us to live a certain type of life. I talk about often how my mother, being a very intelligent woman, anytime somebody brags to her about my intelligence or whatever, like, she likes to own that. Like, he get that from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So shout out to my mom, you know what I'm saying, for that. But the idea of entrepreneurship was not something that was cultivated in my family, nor not even in the church that we grew up in, which was, like, mostly family. I had to kind of get out here in the community and start to see, like, this wave of entrepreneurship in my early, or I would say late teenage years. So I've always developed skill sets and things that were going to set me up to succeed, but like really owning a business and running a business, that was not a thing that was cultivated until later years. But shout out to Unc and to Mom and to Dad and all of that.
Junior Achievement. I don't know if that program is still around. Like I said, it was a complete shock that I didn't know that's what I was signing up for, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't even know when they create products that they can really even get them in stores. Like, it just depends on like how you grew up and what kind of information you have access to. But I know so many people who like will show up to an event and they'll vend and they'll sell it, you know what I'm saying, like their sales, those type of things. But to take that next level and have your product actually distributed in place, in stores, along with all the other options, online, direct, all of that, direct sales, having other people do it for you. So there's so many different options to really get it out there. Yeah. And so there's so much that I think our community specifically can learn. And so we need to make sure that we're telling our story and so many things that people can gain if they know your story and just all of that. And so you have some goals to have your candle business, because right now you just sell it, like hand to hand.
Yes, online. I have a website, and then I do events.
Right, but you plan on opening up a storefront, a candle bar, and stuff like that. Yes. We probably shouldn't tell people too much about that yet, because I know you expressed some of the idea to me, and we don't want nobody trying to, trying to get to you first. No. So just know that when this candle store this candle bar open up,
and it's like, coming,
like some of the events, some of the things that Miss Chakiell is going to be doing, is going to be unique. It's going to be interesting.
Yes.
And like there may be some similar already existing, but we might not necessarily have access to, and Chakiell's going to make that happen.
Yes, I am.
So what's the name of the candle business?
The name of the business is Ardent Scent Co.
Okay, Ardent Scent.
Yes.
So ARDENT.
ENT. Yes.
Okay. Now, so can you explain that a little bit? What is Ardent?
Ardent represents fire. Burning, smoke, things like that.
You just made that just sound like such a spiritual journey real quick.
Yes.
They're just words that we're used to, but the way you just said it, I just thought we was finna go on a spiritual journey real quick. and that's what's up. But there is a lot of meaningfulness behind you developing this product and the way that you put it. And like just even in the wax alone, like you intentionally chose a certain type of wax.
Oh, there's so many options for wax. So there's regular soy, which is a pretty good wax. There's beeswax. There's coconut wax. There's coconut soy wax. You have hemp wax. You have paraffin, which I try to stay away from paraffin wax.
Wow. What's wrong with the paraffin?
It's one of the more toxic waxes in terms of burning. So it's not one of the cleanest wax. So I try to stay away from that. The wax I use it's a virgin coconut soy blend. It's very natural.
Come on.
Toxin free, all the paraben free, all that stuff. So
why would the wax that you've chosen? Why would you say that could be important, you know what I'm saying, to your customer, or why was it important to you to choose this specific wax?
My best friend that lives in Houston, she actually is like, or was, Bath and Body Works obsessed. And I remember her mentioning to me, and burning that candle it set off her carbon monoxide detector.
Really?
Yes. And then just wanting to offer what's not readily out there. Mm-hmm. You know, of course, I'm not the only person that's offering that kind of, you know, candle, but I just want to do my part too. Yeah. You know, I have a lady that purchased from me at a vendor event, and she was on oxygen, and she loves candles. She wants to burn candles, but she couldn't because of, you know, the toxins and stuff. So, and she actually purchased and uses my candles. So
I think that is an important thing to point out, that you didn't, like with choosing a specific business, you didn't just choose it like, okay, how can I do something to create money? But you're actually looking out for the customer as well. Yes. By being intentional. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And making sure that your brand can stand apart. Because sometimes we don't know how many things that we're coming to encounter with that are actually toxic, you know what I'm saying, to us. So, I mean, you doing that study, doing that research, I think that's just one more reason to be a loyal customer.
Yeah, and I can easily, you know, just make candles and use the other stuff. That paraffin wax is super cheap. Yeah. You know, I can produce like crazy and save money. The wax I use is, you know, a higher end, so it costs more, you know. I could easily have the mindset of wanting to make money, you know, spend as less as possible to make as much as I can. But that's not my focus, you know. Yeah.
And I know that your favorite smell, scent, is not present today.
It's not, no.
But again, I really love the Good Guy one, like everybody that comes in, they get to smell it, because I keep this one burning.
Burn it. I got to get you some more. I'll get you some more.
I mean, and it doesn't. Not only does it smell good, but you know, it makes me feel good when I'm in here working and stuff like that. But we do have several options here, but two that maybe a second or third to your favorite. Would be, what is the vanilla sugar?
Yes.
And what's the other one?
The lavender and sage.
Lavender and sage. Yeah. Make sure that y'all check these out. I mean, they smell just phenomenal, and again, they're not toxic because of the choices that she makes in developing these. It's been such a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And so I look forward to just more conversations.
Yes, more
about your story. There's so much to get into, because I know, you know, you're somewhat of, or have been somewhat of, a quiet storm. You know what I mean? And so coming out of that shell, I'm just looking forward to moving forward with you. So thank you again for coming on.
And thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Yes, thank you.
And thank y'all for tuning in.